It's safe to assume that Trump is not the most well-liked of our politicians. It's safe to assume that a lot of people hate him, not just because he's Trump, but because he's Republican, but not just because he's Republican, but because he's white. But that's all hearsay, so who cares? All my life, by baby boomers, I have been told the same stuff over and over and over. Grow up. Stop being a little B. Stop being a little P. Growing up, my entire life, it was baby boomers that told me I need to thicken up, I need to walk away from scenarios. If I don't like something, don't get too close to it. But now, the same baby boomers that are getting pissy, got pissy, and will be pissy more and more every single day at the episode of South Park where they made fun of Trump. The baby boomers that voted for Trump are going to be the most pissed off out of all of these people because they can't take a joke, even though they're the ones that told me when I was growing up, a joke's a joke, get over it. Let them make fun of you. Yet Trump himself is also a baby boomer. He was born in 1946. So get over it. If you don't like something, that's fine. But don't sit there and be a hypocrite and tell my generation, all the millennials, that, oh, it's okay. You calm down, but we're not going to listen to our own advice. I don't like that phrase of do as I say, not as I do, because that's hypocritical. So why would you tell me something hypocritical in reality of all of that shenanigans? No, that's not right. You telling me one thing and being that way is pretty shitty of you. Don't sit there and act like it's okay to tell me not to be a little bitch when in reality you're being a little bitch. What kind of example does that set for the future of people and children in general? It sets a really bad example. That's all I'm trying to say. So if you don't know, Trump is in bed with Satan because that's how he got presidency in South Park. And what was it? Matt and Trey here from South Park, they're like, oh, South Park creators apologize for latest Trump episode. We're terribly sorry. No, don't apologize. And here's the main reason why I'm going to say that is because humor is subjective. And for those of you out there who are going, oh, no, we shouldn't make fun of anybody, grow up. Seriously, if you can't take a joke, I'm a furry. I get shit on constantly. Even our own furries make fun of each other. I made a joke one time in another server. I said, well, it's time to bully. And this one guy pops up and goes, that's not funny. And I'm like, dude, did you not know we furries, we low-key, not true bullying, not going out of our way to actually hurt your feelings. The kind of bullying I'm talking about is, we're just being silly to each other. We're poking fun at each other. That's what I mean. I'm not saying legitimate bullying. That's not it, okay? Get over it. What I'm trying to say is that there are people out there who can't even take a joke to any degree, and it is hilarious to see how many people get so overly offended at any of that. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democrat. I don't care if you're an independent voter. I don't care if you're a libertarian. I don't care what you are. If you can't take a joke, don't talk about it. If you don't like it, don't listen. Walk away and say, you know what? I don't like this kind of talk. I'm going to go away from it for right now. You can either vocalize it or not. Just walk away. And if you don't like it, don't make a scene. The more you make a scene, the more you open your mouth, the more you look stupid. I try my best to keep my mouth shut in certain circumstances. I'm not going to act like I'm Jesus over here. I'm not going to act like a saint. Even, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to try my best not to be hypocritical. And I'm going to make sure I say it that way because I'm not going to say I'm not a hypocrite because that's full of shit if I say that. The point to all this is that the same people that raised me to be the person that I am today, they told me to grow up, grow a pair, stop being a little bitch, stop being a pussy, are the same people who get so overly offended at the littlest, tiniest things. And it is insanely stupid how overly upset some of you baby boomers are. It's just like, seriously, bro? You're offended at something like South Park? South Park has literally put it out there multiple times to what's the best way to explain it? South Park has said on more than one occasion that nothing is off the table. So has Family Guy. Simpsons at least will say, no, there are some subjects we won't touch. They're at least smart about it. Now, South Park will make fun of Diddy. Even low-key Family Guy will. The Simpsons, they won't touch it. Now, The Simpsons might fuck with Tide Pods. They might say, we're going to make fun of Tide Pods, people. They might. South Park will be like, that was an entire episode. We made fun of Tide Pods. Or it'll be a passing joke. Family Guy might do a cutaway for it. The Simpsons will go, We might make fun of something about dish detergent at some point, but we don't know what yet. They might. I feel like if it was Mission Hill was still around, they either would make fun of it or they would talk about it in passing as a joke or something. Like Andy would bring up something about Tide Pods, and then Kevin would roll his eyes, and another kid that was in there would just be like, I didn't eat them. We're not talking about you, Jenny. I don't know. I'm just thinking of a name. God, I wonder how Mission Hill and Daria would do today. I would love to see those rebooted. Oh my god, you know they would ruin them. I'm sort of glad that they're not rebooted, because in this day and age, they would just be so horribly booted. It would screw everything up. Anyways, the whole entire thing I just want to point out is just the hypocrisy and all of that. And again, I do want to point this out about myself. I don't want people to assume that I'm a saint or I'm trying to make myself out to look like a saint. I'm not. I've made plenty of mistakes. I'm subjective. My humor is subjective. My humor is messed up to some extent. My nose keeps itching like I did coke. My point is that everybody has a subjective sense of humor, and you're allowed to. And if you don't like South Park because of that, then don't watch it. If you don't like Family Guy because of it, don't watch it. If you think that The Simpsons is trash and Happy Tree Friends is better, that's your opinion, man. That's completely okay. But don't sit there and act like you're better than somebody else, and don't get overly offended and be like, I'm so angry at the world. And they're going to be like, why are you so angry? You know what? I'm going to beat the shit out of you because you commented about Trump and I didn't like that comment. Why do you sound constipated? I don't know. That's it. I'm going to beat your ass. You know, that's just what I imagine all, like, Trump supporters. They're just so angry all the time. I live in Georgia. What do you want? I see MAGA supporters constantly. I see that red hat more than I see probably a button-up shirt. So, what do you want? I've tried to record this multiple times, and I think this is the best I want to do because I'm burnt out of this video. So, I got other things I want to do today. All I want to point out at the end of this is, if you can't take a joke, don't watch things. If you have a hard time with hypocrisy, try harder, I guess. I don't know. I mean, this is coming from a guy who was raised by the generation that loves Trump to death, which are the baby boomers. So if you're a baby boomer and you're a hypocrite and you're telling my generation to grow up, but then you blow up at little things, that sounds like a you problem, bro. I'm just saying. You're hypocritical. And I'm very curious about how people are going to react to this. Because again, I'm going to say it one more time. Humor is subjective. You don't have to like South Park. I'm not the biggest fan, but I have an appreciation for Matt and Trey over here making fun of literally everything. So if you can do that and you say everything's on the table, doesn't matter what it is, fine. Everything's on the table. Make fun of everything. I am waiting for the furry episode because that's when I will go watch that episode. Not the biggest fan of South Park, but if you are, that's perfectly fine. Enjoy it. I still have an appreciation from it from the 90s and the early 2000s, whatever. Well, that being said, thank you for tuning in to an episode of whatever the hell this is. So please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and there are two QR codes up on screen. One's for my Etsy and one's for my Square. If you enjoy my content, please help me out with either or. You can leave me a donation or you can go buy something from my Etsy. And if you don't want to do either and you want to just like this video, I appreciate that too. Or subscribe to me. I appreciate all of the above. Until then, later taters.